Hey everybody, it's me. Thank you, happy to be here. Back once again, driving new software on old devices. What I've got today, let me minimize my OBS window. What I've got today is Artix. Artix is Linux. Let me go ahead and pop this up here, like my transparencies. So let's go for fast fetch. Sorry, I'm gonna try not to yell right in the microphone. Okay. So let me expand this. Okay, so we're still on my HP Elitebook 8440p. We got Artix Linux. Now, Artix is, from my understanding, even though I've only had it on the system for a day, um, this is a version of Linux that was, it's like a branch or a, not an offspring, but whatever term you want to use. It's descended from or a descendant of Arch. Arch is the base of what it comes from. So it uses like Arch architecture, I guess you could say. I'm at a loss for words today. I'm so sorry, but yeah, it's based on Arch, um, which Arch has a reputation. I've been in this Linux world for a short period of time, but long enough to understand that Arch has kind of a reputation for being, I guess you could say, maybe a more challenging operating system for newcomers, for people who are new to Linux, which I still consider myself to be pretty new. Um, I've only been using Linux for a little over half a year now, I guess. But I've tried out quite a few operating systems, and I'm maybe I'm in a unique position. Although I feel like I put myself in a unique position because I purchased this laptop that I named my Distro Hopper from a thrift store. And I was lucky enough to go in there, find this laptop that they were selling for less than $8. Um, it didn't have a hard drive, and it didn't have RAM. And those were the only two components that it was missing. Everything else worked. It had a battery, it had a power cable, it's got a DVD ROM drive, and everything else on it works. So all I needed was a hard drive. I guess that was it. Oh, hard drive and RAM. And then I needed an operating system to install, and I was in shape. So total investment, and this was back when RAM was still significantly cheaper than it is now. I think RAM back when I bought it was like $1 a gig. So I got two sticks of 4 GB DDR3. I think it's like DDR3L RAM, and they were like $4 a piece or something like that. And this system would support two sticks, 4 GB max. So I've got it up to 8 GB. And as you can see right here on my screen, where is it? It's on here somewhere. I know it is. Oh, right here, memory. So it says I'm currently using 1.86 GB of 7.6 GB. So I'm using 14% of what's available on this system to do what I'm doing now. So I could do a lot more. Um, but that's where I'm at currently with just what I'm running here. So I got Fast Fetch, which is the window that you're looking at here, that kind of tells you some system information, which I should probably download that more frequently because it's just kind of cool to see what it looks like. Um, I think a lot of distros will create their own little like a like a symbol over here on the left hand side. So this is the Artix symbol. As you can see, they just created it out of the what is it, the ASCII keys on the keyboard. So you see a lot of O's and X's and K's and other letters mixed in there to make their little symbol for Artix. This is Fast Fetch, is the program that I installed. and I just run it directly off of the terminal. So I'll kind of show you guys how that's done. So here's my symbol for the terminal right here. I open that up. The terminal originally showed up and it was like solid black, but it gives you options somewhere up here. I don't know if it's in view, but somewhere in there you can change it. So you can change the level of transparency, kind of bring the background a little more into the foreground. Obviously, like you can still see my cursor and everything. So this window is on top of, it's a layer on top of the background, but the top layer is transparent, so you can see what's going on in the background. Anyway, so from here, to get that information to display, I just type fast fetch from the terminal, bam. And you can see, here, I'll expand it. And there you go. You can see all the information about my system there, because I don't keep it a secret. This is older technology, and I basically wipe this system off every week, so I can do at least once a week, so I can do a new video, because I'm installing these operating systems. What's the term? Bare metal, I guess. I think that's a term that's used. I don't know for sure. I might be using words that I don't know the meaning of. But basically, I am actually installing these operating systems onto the hard drive and running them on this computer as though that's what the computer was meant to run. I'm not using a virtual machine or anything like that. This is what the operating system looks like if you were to just install it and run it on your machine. But I feel like I should probably say this, that I feel like I have the liberty to do that because, again, I made very little investment for me anyway, like $8 for the computer, a few dollars for the RAM. I mean, the RAM can always, if something wrecks this computer, hopefully it doesn't damage the RAM. I could always recover the RAM. The hard drive was also less than $10, I think. So if something happens and, for some reason, somehow the operating system corrupts the main board or whatever to a point that it's unusable, I think I could still, at the very minimum, recover the RAM. So I might be out, I don't know, maybe $15 total, but it gives me the kind of the freedom and liberty to just do this kind of stuff. So if you don't see a lot of other creators doing this, it's probably because they're probably just not interested in doing it. And you can do a lot of what I'm doing through virtual machines. You could probably do everything I'm doing through virtual machines. I am just doing it this way because I don't know how to create a virtual machine. I'll just be honest. And at the time that I put this together, it was cheap enough to do so. Now with the price of RAM the way it is, I mean, I don't know. It is DDR3 RAM, which is still cheaper than DDR4 and DDR5, although it's not as cheap as it used to be. It is cheaper. I think it's still probably doable. I don't know. You'd maybe pay a little bit more than I did, but I don't see you paying twice as much as I did or anything like that. But anyway, that's besides the point. Let's get back to Artix. So here we go. That's the information about my system. So Artix is based off of Arch Linux, and Arch has kind of got this reputation of being hard to, I think, just set up. I think once you got it set up, it's probably not that hard to utilize. And I have not tried installing just plain vanilla Arch to any of my systems because I'm not that advanced to just go right into like terminal or something and start from there and build my system. I'm still at the point where I'm using these pre-built systems and just seeing what they can do. So I've got Artix on here. It is based off of Arch, but it does come with all these other kind of cool tools. And I am using the XFCE desktop because I try to keep the desktop software a little low on resource usage because, as you can see, I'm going to start recording video. I've got to record that in kind of low quality too, so I apologize for that. I just want to try to make sure that everything looks smooth, even if it's a little pixelated or something. Especially if you're going to watch it back on like a 4K display or something, you're probably not going to see it as sharp as if somebody recorded and produced it in 4K, because I am recording it, I think, in 720p, and I'm producing it in 720p just to kind of keep resource utilization low while I'm having this old computer. It's old. While I'm having this older computer try to do everything that I'm throwing at it. And I appreciate you, HP 8440. Anyway, so we got Artix, and I don't think it came with like a graphical software manager. It comes with something called Octopi. Maybe that was pre-installed on here, which was a little different. Let's see, what is that? No, that's not what I'm looking for. I'm looking for applications. Okay. So you come up here, and then, so I've got a few things installed on here. I already installed Kdenlive. I installed OBS, obviously, because I'm recording with that. But let's see, if I go, there's Octopi. Oh, and Kpatience, if you saw that on there, I did install Kpatience. And this is where I installed it from. So Octopi, I think, gives you, it is probably I'm guessing the primary like software or download manager for Artix. But here you could type in the name of a program, and if it's available, you can download it and install it on your system and run it. So like I did Kpatience, which in most of these you can type in Kpat, and there it is. So does it list any information about it? Yeah, see, I've already got it installed. Trying to think of something I don't have installed. Do I have GIMP installed? Because I might not have installed that. Okay, so it says 1 selected, 0 installed. There we go. So I can go to install. Okay, and these are optional things that I can install along with it. I apologize for any advanced Linux users. Not completely sure what any of these do or if they're necessary, so I'm just going to go ahead and click OK. Does that mean that it's selected? I might have already installed this, or maybe I have to select some of these. Forget it. Let's select them all. Click OK, and then I think you just go to this check mark here, apply. There we go. And then 21 packages need to be retrieved. 60 megabytes. That's not very large. Okay, and then it's going to ask me to type in my password. Okay, and there it goes. So now it's downloading GIMP, which will allow me to do things like, if I wanted to create a screenshot for this video or a thumbnail for this video, I could take a screenshot, throw it into GIMP, add some text or whatever, then render it. And see, I'm trying to remember all my terms here, all my technical terms. And then save that. And then when I go to upload the video to YouTube, YouTube will try to automatically pick a thumbnail for me. And usually it'll give you like 3 options. And if I don't like those 3 options, or if I already have a thumbnail created, it'll give me an option to upload a thumbnail. And I can, whatever I create in GIMP, I can use as my thumbnail for this video. So it says it's finished, command finished, and 1 package is installed. So now I can just close out of that. And then if I go to, I guess it's going to be under multimedia. No, it's not there. Maybe graphics. There we go. So it's the GNU Image Manipulation Program, GIMP. And again, this computer's got, it's older and it's got lower resources than probably what a lot of you guys are running. So if it looks slower than what you're expecting, your system's probably going to run this a lot faster than mine will. Plus, it's a new package that I just installed on this computer. So it's the first time running this program. So it might have to do some setup and maybe download some files. But anyway, this is just me giving an example of what it looks like to go into the software manager, pick an application to install, and get it installed. So there we go. It's already installed. I can go ahead and close out of that welcome screen, and we're in GIMP. So I would just pull my thumbnail into here and, add text to it, whatever. And that would be my thumbnail image that I could use. But that's pretty much it. I just wanted to do a quick rundown of this new operating system that I installed on this computer. It's pretty cool. I know people describe Arch as really challenging, and I've never tried just Arch. I've tried both Artix, and I have installed I hear this pronounced different ways. I always want to pronounce it catchy, but I guess it's Cashy OS. At least most frequently I hear it pronounced Cashy, so I guess I'll pronounce it Cashy. But I originally, when I first saw it, I was like, "Oh, catchy." Cashy OS, I do have installed on one of my laptops, and it's the only OS I've installed on that laptop, and I liked it so much I just kind of kept running it on that laptop. So this is like this is actually the third, I guess, because I did also try. I think it was Manjaro, and I believe that's based off of Arch Linux as well. So there's I think at least 3. No, I also tried Endeavor. I didn't. That was the one I probably got the least far into, the least usage out of. I mean, hey, on this one I've already installed Kpatience, so I mean I've pretty much got all, for me anyway, all the applications I would probably need to stay busy for a long time. I've already got installed on this computer. So I did try Endeavor. That's the one I think I got the least furthest into, just because I think I found it difficult to get. I think it was the Wi-Fi set up on it. There was some kind of complication, and it's me. I'll put the blame on me, but there was some complication I had with initially getting it all set up, and I just didn't like the complication. I didn't like the work that needed to be put into it. But hey, my situation is probably very different than other people. I'm trying to get all this stuff running so I can make a video and then just quickly move on to the next distribution. I'm not trying to find an OS that I'm going to use long term, especially on this computer. Right now, I'm just exploring, and as I'm exploring, I'm creating videos of my exploration, to share with people just in case they're curious about some of the stuff that I find. But yeah, at this point, I'm just kind of doing some verbal vomit. But I just thought I would share this video with you, so you guys could see this latest operating system that I was able to get installed and get working, and I'm recording videos on it. So if you need an operating system, and you're not going to be recording, editing, creating thumbnails for, rendering, producing videos that you're planning on uploading to to social media or a media sharing website like YouTube, and your usage might be even simpler than mine, then I would say most of the operating systems that you've seen me review are going to be just fine for you. Like, and I would, I would definitely listen to a lot of what you hear people say about maybe complications that they faced and things like that, but also understand that their usage case could be way different than what you're going to do. Especially if you're listening to like content creators, because like nothing against other content creators, but we're doing something that maybe requires like more resources, more specialized software than the average person who is maybe shopping online, watching videos, playing, maybe some more basic games, maybe even web-based games. That usage case is way different than what we're doing. And so I think a lot of times we, instead of putting ourselves in other people's shoes, we put their them in our shoes, and it would be like, well, I need my system to do this, this, and this. Maybe they don't need that. And if I'm being honest and just looking at like the basic functionality of a computer with maybe some perks and stuff, I think this works fine. This gets me on the internet. I can watch videos with it. I've been able to produce videos with it, which a lot of people might not be doing. And I can play K Patience. So it in and I'm doing it on an HP 8440p. So to me, that's a win. I understand that everybody's usage case is going to be different, and maybe you need your computer to do a lot more. Um, so I'm just asking that if you're going to view this video, just do so with the mindset that I'm doing more like a surface level, like, hey, this operating system can easily do the basics. I don't know if it could do a whole lot more, but if what you're looking to do is cover the basics, it does it. It clearly does it. I'm doing it right now. I'm even doing more with it in front of you just to show you that if you're not going this far, whatever you're doing, it should work. It should cover your needs. I do have I guess you could say a primary setup that's running Bazite, and I've got my Steam account on there, and I'm playing a lot more games that are way more system intensive, system hungry than K Patience, that's for sure. So if you want to check out like maybe some of that stuff, you could check out some of the videos that I've done that are outside of the distro hopping series that I'm doing here. But if you're looking to just cover your basics and get online and easily like create documents and even go as far as creating videos, then I think this channel and what I'm doing with these operating systems should probably give you enough insight to let you know whether or not you want to give this particular operating system a shot or any of the other ones that I've reviewed. But that being said, I've definitely talked for too long. Just be sure to like, comment, subscribe, leave a recommendation, and your recommendation might just be my next video. With that being said, I hope you guys are having a great night, and I hope you guys have a great. It's like midweek right now, so if you're watching this, it probably is the weekend or approaching the weekend. So have a great weekend, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. And that's pretty much it. Who knows? In the future, I might go into like heavier usage scenarios. I do run Linux on a computer that I do a lot of gaming on. Oh, it just like cut to my screensaver. Oh, hopefully it didn't like ruin the recording. I probably should have been playing with the mouse there. Hopefully it recorded that whole thing. But anyway, and that probably means I've been talking for way too long.